Hey, hey, I ain't seen everybody in so long. What's popping? What's going on? Everybody's good? I know it's been a while too. I told you I was Cardinal. You know, Cardinal people, they be everywhere. Here, there. And, about my car. Just gonna walk a little bit in the park with y'all because the whole weekend, shoot, I was down. And I had to go to the, not the ER, but the, medical clinics, the MD clinics, because I guess he said that I was like severely dehydrated or whatnot. And he said you don't have any water in you, and you're like really concentrated, like you don't have any fluids. So woke up with this like excruciating headache, and I flew up there. That's what they told me. And then he says, yeah, you have a heart murmur. And I said, heart murmur? I said, what's that? One of those terms you learn from the book? Or, something you want to express out, never have before? Because they told me that when I was 12. So that's not new to me. And you don't scare me either. As a matter of fact, you should be scared of me, because it's me who has a little bit more energy than the average person that you should be scared of, that you think I don't got. Because to those who don't know what heart murmur is, it's I guess it's an extra sound in your heart that pushes out more fluid than more blood than the normal heart at I guess when those pumping, that lub dub sound. Well, the people with the heart murmurs, they have a little bit more like whoosh with the sounding and the flow of it. So that kind of leads into, you see how everything works? That kind of leads me into the topic that I wanted to talk about, which is the timing of God. Okay? The way that he's like always on time with things. And when you least expect it, he's like perfect time. And maybe he saw that I was going to have to carry, or that I was going to have to need a little bit more oomph or a little bit more energy. So he created me like that. I feel grateful for what he has given me, because I do go harder. I do go hard. And I do go out my way for a lot of things that I don't have to do. I don't have to do that. But I do it because of the goodness of my heart, the goodness that I feel. So he wasn't scaring me. Like I said, he should have been scared, because of the more power that I actually possess. But anyway, enough of that. But I just wanted to come back and come on here and talk to you about how you could be feeling, feeling left out, or feeling like things aren't gonna come about for you, and that's totally backwards. See, what you have to do is you have to be still. You have to be still. This universe is all about teaching and learning and sharing wisdom and like loving those, the greatest. They have hope, faith, and love, but the greatest of them all is love. You know what I'm saying? And it has to start with the love of God, and then it has to start with you. But you also need to have like this faith and trusting ability to know that everything that you think and everything that you want to come about for yourself is going to come. Especially if you ask. Especially if you have that direct spiritual line to Christ. I mean, early Saturday morning, like 4 a.m., I was begging. I was in agony. I don't know what it is about the middle of the night is like the worst. It's like worst tremors that you can get when you're sick. But I was so sick, my head was hurting so bad, and I was just like, please, Lord, if there's anything you can do you know He came right on? Right on. I'll tell you a quick story about a job that I had. Oh, this job, we were working so hard. They were like limited staff, and we were just working like crazy numbers. And I don't know who I saw, but it was just absurd how, like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if they couldn't hire anybody or whatnot, but anyway, I got sick of that, because after a while you get burnt out with like working and stuff. And so I had good friends of where I was working and things like that, but I don't know, it was like when you feel something in your spirit, it's almost like you can't ignore that. Like you have to definitely pray on it, and then you also have to definitely like make moves, you know what I mean? So like I said, they were working us like tremendously hard. It was like, you know how you have say 10 or 12 or 15 employees, and then they rotate the job? No, this was like 3 or 4 employees rotating the job every day, and you literally had to work doubles every day. So, oh man, enough of that. So what I did was, I don't know, said a prayer, and me and my best friends, they always say that I have a direct line to God, because whatever I ask for, He give it to me right away. So sure enough, I said, Lord, please help me. I just want somebody to be nice to me, and I want to get out of here, please. Very next day, bye. The very next day, matter of fact, it came in the order that I asked. That's how on time it was. One of my friends was going to New York. One of my good friends, well, I consider my good friends, and they said, I want you to have $100. I'm going to New York City. I'll be back. But just friendly. I know people like that because I'm generous like that. You know what I mean? Like, especially like you have a connection with somebody, and it has nothing to do with like a sexual thing or anything. Nothing. It's just you like that person, and that person has a good heart, good spirit. You recognize that. You do too. It's kind of like you meet your brother or sister on the street, but y'all really ain't blood, Anyway, gave me $100. I got $100. I was like, dang, you don't have to do that. Like, no, I want to. Okay. And then I think that afternoon, somebody said that I rang up something wrong. And long story short, I got fired for that. So I mean, at that point in time was hurt, because I felt like, how can you work that hard for someone and they not appreciate? Like, what if, that was a mistake or something? Because I don't do that kind of stuff, like cheat and all that kind of stuff, and rob folks. And no, I'm more of a, like, I'll give you $100 for nothing, So it was bizarre, but it was also a message too. So after that, I was like, I was hurt and everything, but I grew into understanding. And as I grew into understanding, that company ended up going out of business. And I said, see, do you see how stuff works? That's what I'm saying. You have to be still within. Do not force anything. Love. Don't force anything. Love within the bottom of your heart, no matter what. Don't let anybody take that away from you. That ability away from you. To love within madness, to love within sadness, to love within, like, the hardness, the hardcore, like, assiduousness of life, Don't let anybody steal that joy from you, because you're going to need that to keep propelling yourself and flourishing yourself to where you want to go and where you want to be and what you want. And you're also going to need that for strength. And you're going to need that to have a deeper ability to understand the things that lie before you, the things that, it is, in a weird way, it'll kind of sequence itself into something that you kind of will be able to kind of predict, in a way. Not saying that you're going to be able to predict the future. Not saying that. But it's patterns. It's patterns in life that shape up to, and standards and things like that shape up to what things are. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, people respect people who, okay, they don't really tolerate a lot of BS. So because the people know that they don't tolerate a lot of BS, they're not going to come forth with so much BS, because they know that it will be consequences to their actions. So people tend to maneuver in a certain way to where things kind of work into their favor. I'm not talking about people manipulating people, but I'm just talking about because of a certain regimen, because of a certain standard and protocol that certain people have, things work out this way. Not for those who all over the place and really don't, is a willy-nilly and like, all right, anything goes and you could do whatever to me, things gonna work out a certain way for that particular situation. You see what I'm saying? But really, if you really look, if you really have the divine faith that God always has your back, His timing is immaculate. Immaculate. Do not think you're behind. Do not think you're too far ahead. You're right where you need to be. As funny as that sounds. You're right where you need to be. You know what I mean? So just hold tight. Hold on. Really, I'm serious, because I know the pressures of life. And I know that it's hard out here. And we look around and we see that other folks have it easy. Don't go by that. Go by you. And go by what you want to prepare for in your life. In your lifetime. See what I'm saying? Alright? Because you're different. And you need to be different. And you need to be beautiful. Always within your own skin. Alright? This is where here I'm telling you, it's a learning experience before we get up out of here. You have to learn, and then you have to experience. And from the experience, you have to grow and ask God to help you get to where you need to be. Down there, open the bridge for that little boat. It's nice out here. Sorry, I'm reading text. Oh, I'm mistaken. It was for this boat. Look. My bad. But anyway, it's hot out here, but I need some vitamin D because I've been cooped up inside for like 2 days. And, oh, yeah. Make sure this summer, man. This summer is like 100 degrees every day. And so make sure you get enough water. Make sure you get enough water. Like, be drinking like 4 or 5 liters if you can, just to like get ahead of the game, you know, because this dehydration, and you have headaches and stuff, and you feel all like depleted, just start drinking water. One of my coworkers saved me the other day, but I just needed more, you know. He's like, why you in the corner all slumped over and stuff? I'm like, I don't feel good. He's like, oh, how much you drank? I'm like, nothing. He's like, go drink water. And seriously, water is amazing. So I thank you to him for looking out like that, because sometimes science, I mean, that's what I majored in, but sometimes it goes right over my head, you know. And but yeah, make sure you stay hydrated in the summer, because let me get up and walk, so I'm so lazy. But yeah, make sure you stay hydrated and things. And but yeah, just know the Lord, man, the Lord has your back. And He's going to, if you sit down and learn, and sit down and study yourself, and you know, figure out the things that you want and that you need and that you want to learn how to do, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm never gonna learn how to like spend money the right way, but then again, I don't do bad at saving either. So it's like I'm caught in the middle. But I still have that like that desire to be like a penny pincher. But I'm not a penny pincher. I'm a giver. I love to be generous and stuff like that. And I guess that's kind of why He matched me up with the people that are, you know, in my world, because He knew what He was doing when He was making me. He knew what kind of disposition and what kind of mentality and personality that I was gonna have. I mean, He just knows. That's why I don't worry about anything. Matter of fact, I used to be a worrier, but now I'm a person who really doesn't give. I don't give. I'm not gonna cuss, but let's just say I don't care, because why am I care for? It is what it is. Things, they gonna go this way, they gonna go left, or they gonna go right. It don't matter which way they go. You know what I mean? Because what's for you is what's for you, and what's ain't, what's not, is not gonna be. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. But I tell you what goes. what does go, now I know this is energy. If you I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but I just thought about something. I'll tell you in a minute. Yo, that would have been the laughing stock of everybody's life, but it was just me and the Lord. I'll tell you in a minute, but this is what I'm saying. Energy. If you give out energy that's okay, let me see how I say it. If you give out energy that wakes up another person inside, you're gonna get a lot. I'm telling you, just do it naturally. Don't do it to manipulate, and don't do it to be funny. Don't do it to be like calculating. Do it naturally, okay? Those people are going to bless you. And it's going to be on time, because in that particular time, that is the time that you needed it. Kind of adding up for you? Yes, it works. It works. But it works when you're natural with it. Do not manipulate. Manipulating could work, but that's not good to do, because then you're going to have like this negative kind of like twist about yourself, and people will pick up on that and remember that. So don't do it out of manipulation. Do it from the bottom of your heart, because you can. You don't own nothing. Nothing is owned. Not even your shirt you got on. Nothing. So what is it to give to somebody, or to give extra? It's nothing. Really nothing. Like, matter of fact, you'll be surprised what people got in their bucket. And you know, that's why I say never judge a book by its cover. Really don't, because you don't know what's inside the book. You don't know what's inside the literal book, the pages, and you don't know what's inside that person. You don't. You know? Just don't. You don't know who's who at the end of the day. And you don't know who's gonna help you. You have nurses and doctors right now, they can't help you. But your next door neighbor, he might be able to do something far greater than what anybody else could have imagined that he could do for you. That you could imagine that he could do for you. So, but yeah, the funny story is, so I'm also a real estate agent, so I had to go do an open house for a property. And of course, you have to take your own pictures, and kind of like market it on your social media, and this and this and this and this. So I was the house was, all right, you see this right here? Okay. All right, let's see. To this point right here, I would say. So imagine the house is here, and then the bank is right here, and then you got the strip. Okay, so I'm walking, taking pictures of the house, and I'm walking backwards on this part. I'm walking backwards on this part, taking pictures of the house facing this way. I get right to the edge. I cannot make this up. I get right to the edge, and something says, stop! I look behind me, nothing but water. Nothing but water. I was like, oh my God. I would have fell in waters like that. I could swim, but in a pool, not the ocean. And nobody was out there. I mean, there were people across the intercoastal to their house, but then they gonna swim over here to get me. I mean, by the time, I would probably be in, I don't know, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the North Coast. I don't know. But I mean, that was the God. That was really my angels. I think my angel, let me see now. My archangel, I think it's Michael, because I always get in quarrels, and Michael is the archangel who fights for you. And I don't know, my battles always get fought. So that's who I think my archangel is. And I always pray to Gabriel, because I think Gabriel sends messages. He shoots them right up to God, and then God comes for and come and help me and whatnot. So that is what I believe. But oh my God, that was so scary. I almost fell off that bank right into the water. It was gonna be like my camera, my EOS would have got damaged. I don't know what it would have. I don't know how it would have got out of there. But thanks be to God, something I just kept walking backwards like this, right? So it was like, stop! And I was like, and I turned around, it was nothing but water, just spewing. I was like, damn. So, yeah, just remind yourself. I mean, sometimes everything is everything. Sometimes. Don't worry. Whatever you got going on is coming. Sometime. Always. But I'm not gonna stay in here too long, because I've already been on here almost a half an hour, and I still got a little bit more to get back my, water my cells and stuff like that. So please don't forget to keep hydrated, because it's really a disaster when you like really sick and you don't have energy to go and stuff. But hey, how you doing? I don't. But anyway, I hope all y'all is well. I didn't take my glass off one time to see you. Hey. But I hope all is well, and I hope y'all are safe and stuff like that, and keep believing, keep trusting, keep writing down your stuff, keep adding it up, keep trying, keep that effort going, Don't let nobody break your stride. Say no sometimes, because, like, you need that, that energy reservoir, to come back, to get some of that energy for yourself. So don't push it, don't force it, because when you force it, you go wrong, you go out of control. Okay? Yeah, don't force nothing. And all will be well. Oh yeah. On time. Make sure you realize that. On time. Make sure you calculate that. And don't take it for granted. And don't take it for like, oh, I'm lucky. No, you blessed. That's what. You blessed. Okay? Take heed to that. But all right. I'm gonna see you next time. I'm gonna see you on another topic. We'll talk about something else. But I really miss y'all. And Palo will see you in the near future. God willing. Alright. Whoa. You gotta watch these iguanas in South Florida. Now they'll roll up on you. But no, peace, love, happiness.